Hi, I'm from Holland and I want to talk about Corona and what for me is important in this time. The possibility there is. There's a lot to do about all the sickness, people dying, all the sadness and terrible things that are happening. But I'm afraid most people want that everything as soon as possible goes back to as it was. But for me, I want to share with you that for me, there is a possibility for change, radical change. For me, please don't go back to as it was. Please, it's time for radical change. A new world, a new way of living, a new foundation of life. Foundation finding which we can find inside in our heart. Radical change. That's what's needed. That's what the world needs, the cosmos, what nature needs, wants. Why this happened? A wake up call. We can't go on as it was. All those people now are locked down and we are confronted with ourselves. We are confronted with who we are. We are confronted with what's important to us. We're confronted that we're so lonely and isolated in another way, not because we are isolated in our houses, but isolated, feel isolated inside. We are confronted with that and we feel sad, lonely, and we try to find a way out, but we can't find it outside. We only can find it inside. And that's what's needed in this time, in the corona, that we find a solution inside, that in society, that the world needs a totally new foundation. A foundation in finding ourselves. The foundation is that the world needs spirituality. The world needs that we open our hearts for the divine inside, for whatever name you give it, God, the light, love, that we open our heart for that. And this is the solution in this time. That we open our hearts for what's in our hearts and listen to what it says. That we need a new foundation of life, of being together in this world. Try to understand that we can learn from each other. Try to understand that it's about getting to know who we are, why we are here, the fundamental questions. Now we can find the answers which are inside. All the answers are inside. In everything that is, not the mind, but the heart has the answers. It's the time for the heart. That's what's needed. That we start to listen to our heart. There are the answers in our heart to everything. The knowledge which is in our heart. To listen to that. Start listening to that. Why we are here. There are the answers. And the world will change when we change from the inside, become a different person, a different being. Time for change. Corona. Time for change. For spirituality. Till now, the world, the people said, the people in power, it's nonsense. Spirituality, stupid. Doesn't. There's nothing else than. There's nothing else than what's how the world is now for working for money and all everything that's how we look and we want to do and that's yeah, I'm from Holland, so I try to find the words in English, but it's not made very important in this world. But we must make a change and go back to our heart and open our heart and give the heart the foundation of life. Then there can come balance in this world. And our hearts are the answers to everything. I can talk endlessly about that. That was my life. I went inside and found there all the answers. And that's the energy I want to put into this world, in all that it's happening now in this time, that we start listening to our heart. It has a voice. You know it inside. You know the answer. It's time to take responsibility for our lives. The world isn't just as it is. The world shows a mirror of who we are, how the people respond to us. Everything is energy. What you radiate, you get back. You can say the world is the problem, but no, we create this world all together. And if we can change inside, the world will change with it. If we fight our war inside, only then there can come peace. If we find love inside, only then there can come real love into the world. If we find peace and love, then it can radiate into the world. That's what needed in time, of time for reflection, time to understand ourselves, why we do what we do, why we are as we are. There must come the change inside, and the society needs. It's needed that the society helps us to make that change, that the foundations will change in the school system, in the whole society. There must come the change, a whole different way of living, not in luxury, that we need more luxury and more money and more power, but we can find all the answers, all the love we ever wanted. It's inside of ourselves. Inside it is waiting to open up as a flower. Open up. It wants to bloom if we open ourselves for this force. What is real love? That's what's needed in this time. Only then there can come change. Only then there can come a balance into the world. And we'll get everything in balance, also with nature. It's all connected. Everything is connected with each other. But we didn't want to listen. So now there is this corona virus spreading, killing, people dying, people are sick. It wants to balance back. It says, listen, we can't go on as we always have done. We can't go on. There must come a change. And that change can only come from the inside. There are the answers. I can in our heart. Open your heart when you listen to this. Now or later, open your heart for the answers. Take responsibility for your life. Look at each other and understand all the conflicts which we are in. It tells something not about the other, it tells something about ourselves. If we find to solve the conflict inside, the conflict outside will dissolve, will go away. It's all connected. It's all connected. We want to find richness and wealth and luxury outside, but the balance will come if we find this inside ourselves. There is the greatest richness. The, whatever you want to have, it's inside. It's all upside down. You can find it there. So if you want to listen, you can share with me. I will keep it short this time. I will come back. This is my message in the foundation in connection with the coronavirus. So maybe till another time. Thank you.